Yo guys, so I low-key for like the first 6 minutes of me recording, I forgot to open up OBS and actually do stuff, which is really unfortunate because I had like some kind of nice moments in the video or whatever. But basically, I'm gonna be getting a lot of yellow wool this episode. This is the yellow wool episode because I need a bunch of wool for a castle I'm working on. And I'll be going over some different things once I get to them mainly. But yeah, I turned down the game volume finally because I keep forgetting to do that for some reason. And it's pretty dumb. But yeah, these are the materials I'm working with for a build. Mostly warm colors, some pink and white too though. Which is pretty neat. Uh, I am hoping this shoots, whatever it's called, whatever sound they make, bawing, I don't know. I hope that's not too annoying, but yeah. It shouldn't be too loud, probably. Um, but yeah, I gotta do this for like, maybe a lot of the video, probably, definitely not all of it. It's not gonna take like the whole time, you know, but it's pretty crazy. I'd like to show off some things that I'm working on right now, because there's a decent bit of stuff. Basically, every time I would like walk across like here, I'd be going here, there'd be more flowers. While I was like playing one time, Biju, my friend, just like kept adding even more to this memorial and stuff. It was like pretty surreal, but yeah. Uh, Rip to that cheap. So I am gonna be, I guess, starting up talking about all the stuff I literally just talked about with some different wording, I guess, because uh, I already recorded for 6 minutes, but it's fine. I didn't do too much. I didn't get any wool during that time, but yeah. I gotta get this. I might do like, hold on. But basically, this is a castle I'm working on. It needs a lot of yellow wool right now. Uh, I really wanted to like do a build where like I specifically gave myself the limitation of not using gray. Because I feel like I just used it like a lot. Um, Personally, though, I mean, obviously I don't always use it. It's just like it's kind of fun to build with like the immediate like rule like that I'm going to set up a limitation, even though I don't think I would have used gray in this build anyways. It's just kind of neat. I like using this for like these two side rooms, and I'm gonna do like basically like the big cone thing people do with like these tower builds, and I think that's gonna look really fun because I'm gonna do that, but I'm also gonna have like the typical like this kind of look where it's like something like that at the top. I think that would be pretty fun and stuff. Uh, for this build, I really wanted to like do fun stuff with like having the smaller accents be like white and stuff at different points because I think it like stands out pretty nicely against all the warm colors and stuff. Uh, though yeah, for like the pointy things, I was gonna do like I think Acacia originally for that, but now I actually wanted to do like the red and the pink for some stuff. I think I'm gonna somehow like accent the base thing with like red and then add like the pink towers on the side or something. Because I think that would look pretty fun, honestly. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty neat. Uh, Making sure there's no issues with this recording. So yeah, I guess I'll get started doing this. But what am I gonna talk about this video? Oh, I'm gonna talk about like different builds that I have planned and like fun stuff I want to do with things and like what I realize I've kind of been missing from like stuff more than like I used to. Um, Basically, I remember like I always build with like I mean sorry, like a lot of the time in this world I would build like some very weird like spooky secret or whatever, and that was very fun, but I realized that I haven't been doing that kind of thing as much anymore. Like I still have plans for it, but it's just not been as much of like a priority and stuff. And I want to change that honestly. Though for like existing builds, I'm basically doing this build while I can't play with Maddox, my sibling. Um, because we're working on a Plants vs. Zombies based build. We're recreating the house and the lawn and stuff. And so far, I've only done like the front yard, but I want to do the pool level at like the back too and stuff like that because that'd be pretty fun. I don't think there's anything in like the games that like show the interior of like that house in the game or whatever. So I think we could just make a custom thing for that and that'd be pretty fun. But yeah, this is what I'm just doing meanwhile and stuff. I also have plans. I want to make another pixel art thing of Mad Mew Mew from Undertale, the best character. And I also really would like to continue trying to mine out the tower that I've been working on. Since it was like a structure that was like, it's not hollow, I need to like mine out a lot. And I was going to do it all in creative, but I'm thinking I might record some stuff for that here. Though if I do, the videos would definitely just end up being like the same thing every time, except I'm talking about something else. So I don't know, maybe just like once or something. I just don't think that would be very interesting to watch. But yeah. Oh, it's raining and it's so atmospheric. Wow. I want to have like really long staircases here and like fun like stuff because like I really like the idea and I've like always like kind of felt this way like throughout, well, not always, but like after I built my like second base, like the current one I have, and turned the other one to a storage building. I've liked the idea of just building a bunch of things that people could use as bases. Yeah. And I really also have been actually, I forgot to say this, but I really want to start moving out into this forest and also like clearing up some stuff and adding a lot more trees and like putting these lights on things and maybe even adding lanterns and stuff like that. I want this place to be really atmospheric because I think that'd be really nice and stuff. Oh, I was just coming back in here. Got off track. But yeah, um, I love the idea of making this place like feel right for like actually just like walking around it and stuff because I've noticed there's kind of an issue of like me sort of just like building something and then leaving it and I mean that's kind of fine but like I want to actually like build something I'm gonna be like doing stuff in and like walk around sometimes. I think that'd be pretty nice to know that like what I'm doing is like great for just like that atmosphere and everything. And that it's not just like something I'll do and then not think about again. Like this tower, I love this tower. I think I did like really good with it. Like making it something I like to go and like sleep in sometimes just because it looks really nice. And I bet like the more I add weird stuff out here, the more interesting it's gonna get and stuff. Um, with the village, I'm definitely gonna start doing more stuff with that because I just haven't really been doing anything in it ever since like the start. But that's where we're doing the Plants vs Zombies thing, and that's also where Biju, I don't know if I mentioned them, but they're my friend. Uh, has been built like a pixel art of Noel, which is pretty cool. From Belfry, of course. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I played it in this like server like every few days now, really. Especially with them. Um, it's pretty nice to get to like play with someone like that a lot since I don't really have anyone else like that. But I would like to find more friends probably in the future that like do like to play that pretty consistently because a lot of people just have like phases in that game. I mean, maybe Bougie does too. I don't know. But yeah. Shooting. Down. I'm not really like too upset about like the 6 minutes that I did leave because I mean, I think it's all right to sometimes restart stuff. I mean, that whole Nether video was originally planned not to be recorded like at all, but I think it's kind of nice to do a little reset. It's like going back in time and fixing a problem or something. You can record something interestingly and stuff. Like I don't know. Not really, but like it is interesting to like see how you like change how you talk about something after you've already done it for like a recording and stuff like that. Um, like I've noticed twice now in video recordings, I've like said that I'm gonna cut something out of a video, and by that I mean like sorry, like an entire like big part, and like just restart the video basically with a new intro. But I end up one time I actually cut out that intro because I actually liked the other stuff. Though, um, it's kind of interesting, like working off of that. Like, do I agree with past me's decision to like scrap a whole recording, basically, or not? It gives me like a lot of freedom for that, like some kind of freedom motif. Oh, but anyway, uh, I was not having much fun like playing last time I played because I just was thinking like too much about like some upsetting videos, and I realized like if I like have a video that's made by someone that I like a lot, like even if I don't like the video personally, I feel like I need to like continue watching it out of like loyalty or something. Like I feel like I'm obligated to just continue like looking into a video even when I like am kind of being upset by it and stuff, and that's pretty unhealthy. So I think I could definitely work on that. For like projects that I want to like bring back and stuff. I've been thinking more about my ARG world, and I might actually start working on that again. But the big thing for that is I actually have to work on my creative world where I like remake stuff more for like my past and stuff because I need to do something in there so I can use it for reference for something in the ARG. And I think that's pretty interesting. Um, yeah. I go to here and everything. Oh, I kind of had a rule where I didn't want to talk about the ARG on this channel, but I just realized I kind of broke that. But I don't really care. I was just about to like realize I was going in the wrong direction, but no, I actually want to show off some stuff. I probably need to get more steak soon, actually. But yeah, since I've actually been playing more with a friend, I haven't been like getting to have as many opportunities to record a video, honestly, because I'm not going to do both at the same time. But here's this! The death art from Chapter 5 that I haven't played yet, but it's not spoiling it to me. And then the writing on them, which does spoil it, which is kind of funny. Like, I'm just not going to read that until I do it, I guess. But yeah. Now, oh, this is the field so far. It's not that interesting, but like, I want to add like the fun little decorations. I even have like some stuff for like a tree that I was gonna build. Cause like in the original, there's like a potted tree out front, and doing like smaller things, like trying to recreate things in a game like this and stuff is really interesting. Like I see people talk about how impressive that can be at times, and I really want to work on doing that kind of thing in the future for sure. And that first thing is making a little potted tree. It is not actually a potted sapling because it's a lot bigger, which is pretty fun. Um, with this forest, I might actually work a bit on planting it, at least like soon, because I think it would look pretty nice. I want to add more variety of trees, honestly, but like mainly focusing on the pink ones because they look nice. It adds an interesting color to the area. It clashes interestingly with the opposite color of the green of the grass. It's just pretty nice. Now, one thing I also need to work on for sure is the amount of Enderman placed grass blocks in this world. But yeah, this area is really cool. I love this like weird gash in the land. I feel like stuff like this, it just doesn't really happen in modern Minecraft seeds, because this is an old seed in modern Minecraft. But yeah, I don't remember this area like at all, but it was definitely really early in the gameplay. So yeah, I am gonna go get more wool again. And then maybe after that I'll plant saplings if I remember. But yeah, I've been thinking a bit about like what like I mean just like adding fun little decorations like the wait a minute. So before I go into that, here is this build. The Cobble Cafe has been changed a lot since the last recording. Here's this little area. I added some fun little barrels that would carry the rest of the tent because I realized that this looks more normal with them being at the end. And a lot more is done with cobble, and it looks pretty nice. Going here, still nothing up here yet, but there's a little mushroom in a pot. And this is what I wanted to talk about. I really like small things like this and stuff. You can add a lot to a place just by putting in some small little things you have fun ideas for and things like that. Like maybe like a fireplace and stuff like that. That'd be pretty fun. If I build like a more natural house or whatever, I could definitely do that. Which I don't think I've done a single one of. I haven't built a single thing that's just like a typical like home or whatever. Which I mean kind of makes sense. I feel like people would usually probably do that for like worlds where that's what they mainly do, but I like do a lot more weird and varied stuff. But yeah, I'd like to move into that at some point because I mean I already have some natural things like a watchtower, um, medieval catacombs, and a cafe. And I think it's pretty nice mixing in all this weird stuff with that. Gives a lot more personality to the places. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna show off the work that I have on the power directly after getting this wool. So that's gonna be pretty nice. Though, oh, for like art and stuff and like projects, like I was mentioning, I'm also working, I think again on like a comic series for my stick figures. I've been having issues with that stuff because I just haven't known like where I would actually post the comics. And I've realized like a lot of my like stuff, I'm not actually posting them anywhere. People don't really know about my OCs even though I've spent a lot of time thinking about them. And I think that's pretty interesting. I'd like to go into like art videos at some point, like some other people have, where they like talk about their OCs and things like that. 'Cause I think that'd be pretty interesting. I could go into a lot of the history of like designs of things and everything like that. That's neat. Um, well, I gotta make sure I don't mumble. I feel like whenever I like talk without really thinking about it much, that's when that kind of ends up happening. And I mean, that means I'm pretty happy with everything, you know. But these words are important, so I gotta keep that in mind. I like to always leave one of these in my inventory because then I can just remember what materials I need. So that's why I have like a lot of just a single material. Well, okay, it's just like this actually. I thought I had more. But that and the yellow wood. Because I honestly wouldn't be too shocked if whenever I stopped working on something and I just came back to working on it, I'd have like a little bit embarrassing amount of time thinking about what material I need potentially. I mean, not really, but it's just kind of nice. It's the same thing I do with like my inventory and my base. Because I like to still keep all the stuff for the palettes to remember how I like to sort that stuff in color order and everything. It's neat. Okay. Going on my way to the awesome building. With this building, some of it's gonna be like storage, with no lore whatsoever, and nothing will be going on in there. But that's like a big part of the building, actually. You know, for some mysterious reason, I think they're working on something in there, and something happened, and it just led to like a lot of the building being like taken over by something. But we just locked that area. But we're just gonna like lock that area off. So I mean, yeah. But here, this new entrance is. I did do this in creative mode, as you could see here. But I don't think I want to do that anymore. There's like a little area under here, and I could make a door because this area is hollow and it has some torches in it. But yeah, basically, this is the building where I want to definitely put like a lot of characters' rooms. It's sort of like Metopia. I think that's what it is. I want to like make different rooms for different characters in this area until I like fill it up eventually, which will probably take years, honestly. Because I mean, look at it. How often am I going to be doing that, really? But I definitely also want to do the other thing for a lot of it. Because I've had the pretty fun idea of just having to like explore that area. Because I mean, it's not too crazy for sure. Uh-huh. My ideas for it are pretty normal and natural. Yeah. Also, like, honestly, an issue I've been having is like, I've been upset about like the lack of like views on like some videos of mine seem kind of random compared to other videos. And like it feels kind of sad it's not like more mixed up. Like I'm glad that my spooky video I uploaded last time, which I'm extremely proud of, did well. But like the Minecraft video for before that got like one view, I think, or whatever. It was pretty bad, and that was like a pretty good video in my opinion. Like I liked working on it a lot. Um, I'm not sure what did worse with that, but I think it was just random chance, honestly. I don't think there's any advertising issues with like that title or nothing. Um, though, yeah. I also worked a lot on the thumbnail of that video. It's pretty fun. I liked drawing my Sona from a different perspective because I haven't really drawn it much. I only really draw it for uh the just the video thumbnails and stuff because I haven't really been doing art recently. Uh, For the comic I've been doing, it's about my stick figure characters, which I can go into at some point, but basically I started it when I was very young, pretty like creatively to go against like the norms of like emotions associated with like different colors and stuff. Like I wouldn't make red like angry and stuff, and I'd have green have some like anger issues, which was pretty interesting. I haven't really focused on that as much for like the character and I've like kind of forgotten about that aspect of them, but I think that's interesting to bring back maybe. Well, yeah, definitely. Though I've actually realized that yeah, I'm like kind of worried about like I just don't really know where I'm gonna show it off. And I could show it on like my dad's website, but it just feels like kind of weird maybe. Like who's gonna find that really? But I could just tell people and like mainly what I'm realizing is I actually think maybe doing comic dub stuff would that be pretty fun. Like doing voice acting for them. It's just there's kind of an issue where the current one I'm working on, because I want to do like different ones for each character. I think that's pretty interesting. That like focuses more on them, and there's a lot of characters. But the only one that I'm doing so far that I've been on like a really big break from is the one for the character Black. And they literally they're mute. So well, not really as much voice acting to do there, but not really. I like realize like they do have like the internal monologue sometimes, and giving like a voice to that would be makes sense. I haven't really thought about that. I should really look into how people like that how they think about that kind of thing because I'm wondering like if it's the same kind of thing where like some people like just can't have like visions of like images in their heads. It I wonder if like they just don't have an internal monologue or something. But I can just look into that and I mean I'll still keep it the way it is because it's pretty important honestly and it would be insane to think of some way to fix that up. So, not gonna lie, that might just be an issue I can't really deal with. But yeah, um, well, I guess they could also just think about they don't need to have a voice in their head. I kind of forgot about that. Sorry, but I mean like for the voice acting stuff. That might be a little less interesting for that, but it doesn't really matter because there's still other characters and everything. It doesn't really cause any issues with like getting to do as many things. Though, yeah, I think that's interesting. For oh yeah, the trees. I'm gonna probably just start planting those, I guess. Gonna go check my base, see if there's saplings there. Just cause I usually throw saplings away and just plant them whenever I actually need to. Oh my god, that was close. Though, um, I definitely think it might be good if I had a chest for that, because I just realized I do. I just don't put anything in it for some reason. Probably because of like storage stuff when I am building something. If I do need the wood for trees, I'm often have like way too filled up of an inventory. But right now I definitely don't. Uh, there's probably trees in here somewhere. I'll be looking for that, I guess. Actually, maybe there isn't. I don't think there is. Oh wait, yeah, there is. It's upstairs. Yeah. Looking back on like an old base like this is pretty interesting because honestly, it's pretty small. Like compared to like the interior of the one where like my current base, I'm still working on it and I want to like make it really long and stuff. It's kind of weird. But yeah, here's some saplings. That's nice. Uh, I've been realizing like I haven't been mixing in as many like different like emotions into my builds sometimes. Only sometimes I still do, but like I haven't been thinking as much about like where can I make some things like kind of spooky and eerie and everything, but also have some cutesy stuff. And I think I'm still doing a good job with it, but I think I just need to consider it more. Like actually remember to prepare for that kind of thing because it's pretty important. If that creeper's gonna keep following me, that's gonna be really annoying. Sorry, I might not have as many trees out here, but I think I'll just do like this. Uh for like sorry, I'm trying to think about something. Oh, I've been thinking about like I haven't been sure what I've been like feeling like this build reminds me of, but the colorfulness of it and like how big it is, it kind of reminds me of like Mario 64 almost, like the castle in that. And I was thinking like I do really well with like big projects that are like feel kind of weirdly like empty in like a spooky way, but like they have like a lot of charm to them and they're like all colorful and stuff. And I think that's pretty interesting. Um, you know what else is interesting? Me not knowing what to do here. Oh, get away from me, evil guy. Huh. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna be planting everything because I mean, I want the front entrance to be like pretty clear, but I just don't really know like how I'm gonna make this place look fairly covered up by trees. But I feel like the main thing is like this area is pretty clear, but the back of it and like the backyard is really like covered up in trees and everything. I think that would be pretty nice. So I'm actually thinking of just like building like even like a lot more stuff like out here and everything like close to the door. The issue is just that I've been maybe thinking of like adding a nice little farm and like walkways and stuff. But I think building like walkways after all the trees so I can like build around them and everything would be interesting because I want to add like a little path that goes pretty far towards it. I think that's pretty interesting, like the spooky little path to the faraway build, where it takes like a solid minute to get over there from like a dirt path or so. That's pretty fun and stuff. I got to sleep for the sun to go up in the morning. Oh man. Uh, it's like interesting seeing how I've had to build around things. Like, I've changed this stuff a lot, but the way I use the water elevator so I can move the villagers up and stuff is really interesting. I think it's pretty creative how I managed to deal with that. Uh, I'm sorry if I'm like kind of forgetting to continue to talk about some things or whatever, but like I don't know. I'm not. I realize that I don't think I need to be worried about that because like the main thing is just me getting to talk about fun things, and if I stop talking about something, that's just because like I have some new thing I want to do. It's fine if I take a break from like stuff like that to just go and break off into a different sentence or whatever. I'd like to talk about more projects I have though. Um, so I only have one video for it, and it's really short and badly animated. But it's a Jim and Samington series. I've been like writing two like full on very long like stories for them like a long time ago, and I just haven't finished either, but they're both like not halfway. One of them's like in the first of three acts, even though it's really long, and the other's like kind of halfway, not really, like some decent bit before that. But they're both doing pretty well. I just um haven't really cared about writing as much as well as like drawing, but it's weird because that was like one of the first things I stopped working on for like a long time. And then like general art got into that like section of me not paying all much mind to it. But yeah, it's pretty neat that I have so much stuff, I guess, but I gotta start remembering I even have it, really. Hmm. I've been thinking about doing a Binding of Isaac series, actually, because that might be pretty fun. I'm still on the road to try and get Dead God. I'm not really close to it, but I am like halfway. Uh, I'm done with like all the normal like character marks or whatever. Well, no, most of them except the beast ones and one of the forgotten ones. But yeah, that would be pretty nice for a series. Because I like watching Matman a lot, and that they do that every single day. So that'd be neat. Um, but I'm not sure if I would, because I like to listen to videos while I do that and stuff. It definitely wouldn't be a daily thing like he does, of course. Mm. I like the variety of like the stuff in my channel and like how I've been like actually wanting to move more into horror, sort of like similar to like Vibing Leaf, like more inspiration from that kind of thing. Where they have a bunch of random disconnected horror things. But yeah, I've been wanting to move more into doing more grab bag things again, like I used to. And the getting over it energy is doing pretty well for that. Uh, it's definitely not over. That's only the second part that I've released so far. Um, but yeah, I really recommend that. I'm extremely proud of how it turned out, even though I only made that one in like a day. Um, and not even that much of a day. But it's kind of surprising to me how well like chopping up random parts in the video and stuff like added to the atmosphere of that kind of thing. Um, I haven't thought about it much, but like the ways that some people do like okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm talking about too many separate things, and I'm realizing people gonna get kind of shocked from how much I'm moving all around the place. So wait a second. What am I going to talk about? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna talk about my channel's content. Yeah. Because I'm realizing this video's probably been a bit weird because I've been changing my subject a lot. Um, but basically, I'm gonna talk about music now. I actually want to also stop the hiatus of not working on that stuff and hopefully release my next song, which is a lot bigger and more like a. It's not like a joke like all the other ones have been. At least not like silly. It still kind of has like comedy in it with how it ends, but you know um, I'd like to take that stuff more seriously at times. It's just this current stuff I've been doing. I really like doing a lot of just completely humorous stuff. I mean, not to say the song about a cultist leader trying to trap and kill someone is funny, but it's not like seriously good music. It's just kind of like atmospheric. That shit's like Sammy Lawrence from Bunny a Machine type shit. That if he was trying to sing or something, it's not an actual song. I don't know how I made that. Honestly, it's a little bit really edgy, but I mean it's deep. A lot of dirt in my inventory. I need to get rid of that. You buy dirt. Yeah. I also really like how this stuff has been going, honestly. Like, I've actually been able to keep up a consistent series for the first time in forever, bro. It's crazy cool. Like, I actually get to have a full, like, let's play. which I should probably start calling it or something so I get more views. Lol. Uh, but I've been thinking about I want to change the titles of the videos to actually say um Bad Survival Forever World instead of just the initials for that because I don't know if I've literally ever said that's what it stands for at all. Um, but I was doing that because the first video's title exceeded the limit. But I'm thinking maybe I'll just use that whenever the title exceeds it, which is probably just the first episode. And that one's old anyways. It wasn't even gonna be a series. I think I've said that before, but yeah, that was just a completely random like video. It just ends up that it was the first one on this world that I make a lot of videos on now. Which is pretty interesting. I talked about it before, but the video of me pretending to be a skinwalker on my account for an hour is actually really fun. It's just that it's really long. But I've talked about this, like if you don't like that kind of thing, like this slow build up to random weird moments, just clicking through and finding a random moment to watch or whatever, it can be pretty fun. Though yeah, that's BSFW1. I like that I can remember the acronym so well. Acronyms that you can like remember well are really important. Like I actually have a whole object show that I've been wanting to work on, which also has to do with my channel, called Vsauce. But I won't describe why that's the acronym. But the name is low-key based off of a different one. I don't remember what that object show is called though. But it also had a pretty funny. Oh yeah, Thanos. That object show had a pretty goofy name. I don't remember if it was even an acronym for something, but mine definitely is. It's actually a collab, like a thing that I will be doing with Maddox, but it's gonna be like probably in the long time in the future because I don't even animate. Like I've tried it once on my channel, but I haven't actually like continued into doing that really. There are like videos I've forgotten that I've made on this channel, honestly. Like that TTT one. The animation that actually kind of was, but not really. Just a small thing. It was pretty funny though. I still think the way I ended the Human Sanity Christmas special with the loud ass TTT interruption was pretty stupid. I don't know if I should have made it that annoying, but I don't know. It's of its time, I guess. But yeah, I definitely would like to release the writings for the Jim and Samington episodes in the my dad's thing. It has like, unfortunately, it has AI placeholders because my dad switches like a lot or whatever, and I don't think I ever thought about it as much, but they're gonna be replaced with my art eventually. Um, I haven't done much yet because I actually have also been on a break from doing anything for that because of all the other art-related break stuff, which I haven't really thought about before, but that makes sense. I didn't get much wool this time. Yeah. I'm thinking still about like, oh, there's a Minecraft series that's separate from this one on my siblings' FNAF mod, world, and the first few videos of that have sadly basically been corrupted because the audio didn't pick up anything Maddox was saying, which is unfortunate. And I think OBS will fix that since I wasn't using it at the time. But I don't know. That was pretty bad. And I do not like that that happened. For a second I was gonna say I felt like someone's feet wasn't fully grown. That'd be insane, honestly. I need more for the sheep because there aren't really that many yet. That's like 5 extra sheep. Yeah, that's good. Um. Sorry, the cows. Sorry, I had to cut out audio of me, recreating the cows mooing sound really awkwardly. I just randomly started doing that. But anyway, I hmm. Oh, I actually just realized I think I might upload my genocide route. But I just realized I should upload my Undertale genocide route to the channel since it's on a computer. I'm doing it in a separate save for my other ones because I thought it would suck to try like completing on the other one, like the console, because the controls. I'm not gonna lie, they did as good as they can, but that stuff just is not built for Undertale's controls. And it's good that they're like spreading out to more different things, but I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucks to play sometimes, especially on Undyne's thing. And that's why for Sans and the Undyne fight, that stuff, I really, really, really don't want to do that on console. So I'm just not going to, honestly. um, but yeah. Um, so I keep having sounds of being hungry or something. It's like gross, and I hope that's not getting fucking picked up by this stuff, but I don't think it is. I don't know. Might have to cut out stomach groaning sounds or whatever. That's fucking gross. But anyway, yeah, this is going damn well. Actually, I've built it into almost like a sort of a circle, which I've been kind of trying to do, but not too well. I'm gonna get more saplings, I think. Might be kind of boring though, so I might just do that off camera. Uh, yeah, no, I'll just do that off camera. It's kind of crazy how like long this video's already gotten right now. I'm realizing like these videos can be like done pretty quickly. But I was also thinking like I've been like worrying about like I want to play the game later, but like I was for some reason thinking about not recording that. But I mean, well, I mean that makes sense because there's a different vibe to it whenever I do that, and I could play with you, but um, yeah, I like felt weird about like I do not think that I understand fully where I actually want to cut off what I'm going to record and stuff sometimes. But I don't actually think that's a real issue. I think I'm just kind of overthinking it a bit. With these cows, though, I'm not gonna overthink killing them. I'm so sorry. I have to do this. I just have to. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's a lot of leather. That's an egg I don't want. Um, I really like the idea of like branching out more with like not just doing typical builds, but also like the mini games. I think I talked about that before in a video. I want to start doing like weird stuff like that for like fun projects and everything. Um, and I don't think I would care to roleplay in Minecraft. I don't really care about that. But like, I still think if I can end up doing real Bitcoin videos at some point after we fix my broken PS3 because the disc tray doesn't work, which seems like a common issue. Um, but I don't know if we'd end up doing that. That's just if Maddox also wants to do that. So, I loved that game back then like, so much, honestly. But I just kind of grew out of it at some point. But I've like noticed a big thing like after like I realized that like I don't really do different things much from like I did when I was like younger, I realized like what if I tried to bring back more things that I used to do to see if I'd still enjoy them. And I think it's a pretty interesting idea. I haven't done that much, but that's definitely an example. And I mean, I guess the role playing is too. It's like I don't know, just as my characters and everything. So yeah, I mean that's neat. I think I might actually end the video off. I have a deadline to end this video at whenever I finish building the floor. Or earlier if it takes too long, I guess. Though yeah, I completely forgot to feed them the wheat. Lol. Uh, So yeah, that'd be interesting. I honestly keep getting surprised by how casual all of this feels. And I mean, I get I've already kind of talked about that, but it's still true. Like, it really doesn't feel like it should be this easy to just record something. But I mean, considering I used to do that back then a lot when I was younger and felt completely fine with that, I guess I've always just had a knack, had a nick, had a cranny for doing that kind of thing. What? Anyway, uh, it's a fun thing to do. I am doing well with this thing, but I do think maybe I probably actually will not stop the video after completing this. I think I'm gonna stop it sooner. But for now, I mean, I don't know. I'll think if there's more stuff I want to talk about just generally. And next episode, I'll definitely show off whatever work I've been doing. Hmm. I love how like the world kind of builds off of itself with like all the different things in this weird area. Um, like just the amount of like variety and random things everywhere is really interesting, and I like how things have kind of built off of each other sometimes. Like now the weird thing that used to spell hi is just like standing there and like floating in the sky, and there's not the context behind like the leaves that used to carry it up, so that's kind of weird. And the house is like built into here, but now I made it like connect like this. That's pretty fun. Yes. Indeed. Indubitably. I might actually work on another video pretty soon that isn't Minecraft related. Yes, yes, of course. Yes, of course, indeed, of course. Wait! Dude, I just realized I should totally upload, whenever I, like, start to rebuild, like, old builds again, I should really, like, start recording that. That'd be really cool. Because that would, like, show a lot more, like, the, difficulty of having to rebuild stuff. And, like, I could have fun moments like, what in the world is that? Um, like, whenever I'm trying to find out, like, what something I'm supposed to rebuild even is, and stuff like that. That's neat. Because, like, a lot of that is, like, just the trial and error of, like, is this supposed to go here? Is this supposed to go there? Is it even a way to tell what I'm supposed to do? Like, should I just wing it? Is there something I'm not realizing? Like, there's so much that goes into, like, guiding stuff artificially like that. It's honestly a really interesting art form. If I lost, like, this world, I think I would instantly die. Like, I think my brain would, like, fail. Immediately. But, yeah, I need to back up this world as much as possible. Already backed up pretty well, though. People talk about like it feels like inevitable that sometimes it can just happen, and I kind of get that, but like if you back it up in 10 separate files, the only way that it could happen is if your computer fucking blows up. And even then, there's two computers with both the files on them at the same time. So, you know. Actually, no, I don't think that's how it works, but whatever. I like. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27, 28, 29, and 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. Yes. I don't know what that was. The counting song. Count with me, Jack. I mean, fuck. I almost said my dead name. Gordon. Yeah. Blow. All right. I like this. And you know what else I like? Probably ending the video immediately after the last collection of wool. Yeah! Yeah, 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 yeah! I love doing that, and I love when I speak too quietly so my PNG tuber doesn't pick it up like I've mentioned before in a different video! It's really annoying. Hmm. Actually, I don't know why. I just haven't been interested in like doing stuff with the villagers, like trading and stuff. But I think it's really not that useful for me. I also just realized that that guy trades yellow wool, so like this would have been a lot easier if I actually did do that stuff. So I'm probably gonna do that in the future more actually, maybe at some point, probably not soon though. Yo, villager gotta check out my shit, bro. Yo, yo. I just completely forgot to get wool. My short-term memory. I thought that was Herobrine. I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck? What if I just snuck in Herobrine in a video randomly? That'd be really fucking crazy, lol. Um, no, bro. Bro thinks he's a shooter. Whoa, what? No, bro. Anyway, um, I should really spend some time sometimes just to walk around and like watch a video while I like walk around the world and stuff. I think it'd be nice to like experience that to see like what I could work on to make the vibes even better, like overall. I think that'd be really interesting. Yeah. Yeah. The video's basically over already. So over already, like it's basically gone. Oh no. Yeah. Bro, what? Anyway, I'm going back now. And I got a good amount of wool. I'm definitely gonna finish this pretty soon after I end this recording. And maybe even edit it soon, honestly. I like editing video a lot. I love editing video. Wow. Yes, of course. But yeah. Um, there is the whole thing about like I haven't realized like considering there are like spooky mysteries like that. Oh, I was gonna say I want to add like some lore reason for why it's like that, but I mean, nah, I mean it's kind of the redstone surrounding all the weird shit. Like, I like to imagine this world has like just cursed or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's like I like to imagine like it. Wait, what if it's like an SCP thing where it's just like that for no discernible reason? Like the whole world is just like that in this like whatever universe this place would take place in or whatever. That's kind of funny actually. Oh, I almost had the perfect amount for what I mined out, but I didn't by one. No. But yeah, that would be pretty fun for stuff. I think adding like characters in the story with a different village would also be pretty interesting. Maybe come with name tags and putting them in their own places. Because there's a lot of lore that I have planned for like the village out there, including this mansion. Actually, I'm definitely adding villager who lives here. Actually, villagers because it isn't. It's not a mansion or anything. It's a castle, so I guess it would have like warriors, and they wouldn't really be living here. Not warriors. What? Whatever, like people who like stay out here to check for something. I like to imagine like what if they're checking for like weird shit that comes from the distorted area, right? That'd be kind of cool. And like the guys over like closer to it and stuff also have to deal with it, but these guys are like general protectors that they can call and stuff. And they also mainly just protect this area. And like this kind of a no man's zone that's like more dangerous, but some people still live out here like a decent bit. Just maybe not as well off and stuff sometimes. But they still have some people who are that like kind of stay there and like work with other people, and they try to find ways to like contain the corruption more since there's probably still enemies that sneak through. Whenever like they can get past the redstone probably, like sometimes. And I like to imagine that'd be pretty spooky. Like it's a corruption that like it's is completely like stopped, but the effects of it still like continue into other areas, and there it has a genuine danger that like lasts even after it's contained. I like that a lot. And it could maybe even explain the lore that I have for the village with like an event that happens there, because I haven't thought about what the horrible event would be, but I want that place to have some dark ass history or whatever. I was originally gonna think like it might just have to do with general corruption, leading to like maybe like a lot of issues politically that cause like a lot of like harm, to say the least, to different people or whatever. Um, like maybe they have a leader that like treats the villagers really badly or something, and they move past that, but there's a lot of remnants of like some secret like experiments that they were working with. That'd be like really spooky, like almost like a creepypasta thing, but like in this world. I really like that idea. And that is what I will generally kind of end this video off with. Yes. Of course, because I totally want to end it right now and don't realize that maybe this is a weird point to end off the video. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'll do that. Uh, wait a minute. What is that, dude? What is that? Oh my god! Ah!